Hi, and welcome to the Strategic Advisor Board. I'm Dr. Bruce Rippee, bringing you all things health and wellness. We would like to help you bake wellness into the culture, into the fabric of your culture, of your business. So I was asked recently, should I sanitize my hands? Am I over sanitizing my hands? We had this virus that was going around. I'm sure everybody knows what it was. In answer to that, basically I said, wash your hands, do not sanitize them. So of course that blows up, and then there's all these people that are mad at me saying that, no, you have to sanitize and you have to wrap people in bubble wrap and all of that. And if that's what you want to do, I think psychologically, that's what you probably should do. So I don't want to confront people and tell them don't do that. But let me give you a little bit about hand washing, why we do it might help you, and then how you should use sanitizer if you're going to use sanitizer. So back in 1846, 1847, Ignaz Semmelweis was a doctor, and he noticed that the doctors going from autopsies, remember the hospitals were very different then, the doctors going from autopsies that were delivering babies, the women that had those doctors touch their babies and themselves, they would be dealing with childbed fever. That's what it was called at the time. And so this was dangerous, and it was costing the lives of children. So he did this very controversial thing, and he started the people that worked for him, his young doctors, the people he was teaching, and himself, they would wash their hands. It actually hit the medical community wrong. They basically said, no, this is stupid. You shouldn't do it. It's a horrible idea, and so on and so forth. Now, today we know it's actually very good. It's very accurate. And there's some things I want to tell you about it that are kind of important. Number one, all soap is antibacterial. So if you're just going to pay for an extra antibacterial soap, you probably don't need to. All soap will do it, especially warm water. People ask me, cold water or warm water? Well, with soap, it doesn't make that much of a difference. A little bit, but not that much. Warm water's fine, but warm water is actually more preferable to bacteria than cold water is. However, people have been washing their hands under extremely hot water, and this is not useful to you. Will it kill a little bit extra? Maybe, but I would tell you not to do it. It's actually so bad for your skin that you can cause ruptures, you can cause redness, you can cause easy access for something out there that's opportunistic. Don't do it. It's just a bad idea. Warm water's fine because it's the most comfortable. I highly recommend that. Why do we sing the happy birthday song or Mary Had a Little Lamb? Why do we take that much time to wash our hands? Well, in all honesty, because people don't really know how to wash the backs of their hands or in between their fingers well. Now, if you know how to do that and you're actually doing that, then that's a great thing. And you're probably fine in just a few seconds, believe it or not, soaping up good. And in just a few seconds, rinsing that micelle down, it will cover everything that's bacteria and so forth. It'll pull the oils out of your skin. It'll wrap up the bad stuff and wash it down the sink. And you've greatly improved your possibilities of getting through the cold and flu season without a virus. Your hands, honest to goodness, you touch your face, you do whatever. They try to get people to not do that. You can't. You're going to, okay? You're going to rub that thing out of your eye. If you're washing your hands on a relatively regular basis, okay, a couple, 3 times a day, every time you go to the bathroom, maybe one extra time, right, before dinner or so forth. If you're doing this, this is actually highly effective. I can't tell you how many of my patients and clients will actually admit to me, honestly, I don't wash my hands before I prepare food. I don't wash my hands before I eat food. I just don't. I've not been in the habit. You were when you were a kid. It's a good idea if you get back into that habit. Okay, sanitization. Yes, sanitizers do work. They do kill bacteria and viruses. They kill almost all of the bacteria and viruses. What they leave behind can be very dangerous, though. We now can kill 99.9% of all viruses and bacteria, but that 0.1% you really don't want. And so your best bet is to simply leave some of the normal flora on your hands, whatever's going to normally be there. We, here again, do not want to damage the hands. So many people were pouring this stuff on and just using it. It was cracking and bleeding. It was causing very dry skin. Remember, the oil on your skin is highly protective of that for you from that virus or bacteria. So be very wary of using sanitizer, but use it if you're out and about at a soccer game or whatever that is, and you simply can't get to some place to wash your hands. Seek out washing your hands more. sanitize if you can't get to washing your hands. That's the only time I would ever tell you to do that, and be very careful not to consume it. So if you're doing it just before you eat something, or you're making your kids do it just before they eat something, find some place to wash your hands. You're a whole lot better off. And it's no longer controversial, by the way. Semmelweis actually died still under the controversy of washing your hands is probably not the good idea. And it was, and it is now. So great way to avoid the flu. One extra time washing your hands during the day before you prepare food and before you eat. This really is a good idea. I know it sounds silly. It seems remedial, but do you really do it? Because I'm going to bet you don't. All right. So be an example of what's possible.